America does not give free health insurance out. Your health insurance is you either get it from work or you get it to the government based on your what? Income. Everything is based on your income. So don't, whatever country you're coming from Africa, don't think America do not give anybody free insurance, free medical insurance. You can go to the hospital if you have an emergency, you go there. But at the end of the day, when you leave out of there a couple of weeks later or a couple of days later, and you don't have to, they don't, because they don't charge you right away when you go to the hospital. They will bill you, and you're responsible to pay that money. Or sometimes it might go on your credit report. They don't tell you, all you got to see is the good things here, the work in here. Yes, job is here. You can work your ass off. This is why people come here. Once you step on this soil, you can work, whether you have paper or not. There's a lot of jobs that's under the table where you can work, okay? And even if you come here illegally, like they say, you can still marry somebody and then get your documents, and that's based on both of y'all, how you decide to do your thing.
Africans, we have been having an ideology and stereotype that grass is always greener on the other side, that America is the land of milk and honey. We have been in a deep sleep coma for quite a long period of time, but we are waking up slowly. I came across a certain clip of an African woman. She relocated to the United States to reunite with her husband. She knew that life there is so good. You can make it easily. You can live the soft life that you always yearn, until she realized that life back in Africa was way better than life in the United States, because she has been undergoing a lot, to a point that she said that if given a chance, she can easily relocate back to Africa. I've been watching several horror stories of Africans in America, that life there is so difficult. But if Africans are told that life abroad is not the life that we have been watching on the news, on the television, they will never listen. They will be like, wow, you are crying, but at least you are in the Western country. That's the ideology that we always have. Anyway, guys, what's up? I hope you all are doing well. Let's dive in and kindly give the video a thumbs up.
Real talk. Real talk. So, if you're there fasting and praying to come to America, I think I would say you scroll, because this video is not for you. But I think I would say stay and listen, so that when you're praying, you also know. It's good to pray with understanding, right? And the people who are like, oh, you should stop discouraging people and stuff like that, please, it's not today. Don't start today. Don't start with me. I need to rant. So it's officially one year in America. I actually came here February 2024. Yeah, so I'm officially 1 year, and I don't want to cry. I miss my life home. Yeah. If I was given the opportunity right now, I'll pick my life back home without thinking twice. Ever since I got here, I have just been thinking so much, and I'm like, I had things going on for me. Life was good. I kept thinking about, or I've been thinking from time to time, I'll just sit and think all the projects I had back home, all the things I was doing. I'm not a lazy person. I consider myself a very hardworking woman. And so I had life going on for myself. So let me give you a backstory. I moved here not necessarily to look for greener pastures, but because I met a man that I fell in love with, and he happens to be from here and live here. And because of everything we've been told by the media about America and how great this place is, how this is the land of milk and honey, I thought it's only wise, and I'm also very traditional, so I thought it's only wise for me to follow my husband and live where he lives. My husband has been here for some time. He has lived outside the US. He's lived in Germany. He's lived in Iran or Iraq. I think Iraq. He's a veteran. So he has always been mentioning here and there about, how difficult life is here, like just the challenges that are in this country. But I never listened. I used to listen to him with this ear and it will leave with the other ear. You know how Africans we are, like, based on what we've been told, America is all this. So I was like, this man doesn't want me to enjoy the American dream. But he has time without number expressed his dissatisfaction about this place. Heck, he doesn't even want to retire in this country. And if he was given the opportunity as well, like right now, he would also choose to leave. So anyway, I didn't come to America for greener pastures, like I was saying. Even before I met him, I had a good life back home. I had a stable job. I had opportunities. I was happy. I was enjoying food. I was enjoying the warm community. I was enjoying the good weather. I could travel every weekend. I was on the road just traveling. As a corporate person, or being in corporate, having 21 days off, annual leave every year. By the time it got to December, I never had any leave left. I was that outgoing, and I really loved my life back home. So I don't know if it's because I moved here when I'm old enough, because I moved here when I was 30 years old. And so that's why I'm having a hard time adjusting. But I really, really miss home. I really, really miss home. There are times I just want to let all the years we've, struggled just to get my visa to come here go down the drain, and I just move back home and just continue with the projects that I had, just continue with what I was doing there. But I just keep telling myself, let me keep pushing, because maybe this feeling will go away. I'm literally shaking. I've spoken to quite a number of people who have stayed here for some time, and they keep telling me this is normal. It's a normal feeling to feel when you're still new. And that you get used to, life here. So I don't know at what point I'll stop thinking about this. The reason why I recorded this video, the reason why I started recording this video is because this morning that feeling hit me so hard. I'm just seated here and I'm like thinking of everything that I was doing back home. And I'm like, maybe I should just go back and do that. Like, it was working. I don't have to start from scratch. And like I said, I'm a career person. I'm a career woman. So I don't necessarily need to work. My husband can take care of us, but I still want to work because I believe in empowering myself and growing and, you know, just having something going for myself as a woman. So I can't just sit at home and say, oh, I don't want to start from the scratch or from the ground. I think that's one of the reasons that's really making me feel frustrated, is because by the time I was leaving home, I was up here in my career. And of course, nobody will recognize that when you come. You can't tell them, hey, look, I was a manager back home. And, they start you off at the managerial position. No, I'm really grateful that I've joined the field that I was back home, sales and marketing or customer service, because that's what I love doing. So I've joined that, but you have to start from scratch. Aside from that, there's food. I'm just having a very hard time with food. Sometimes it's just so difficult to eat. I'm like, what can I eat? So many people have suggested like Kenyan foods, but I have to drive like 2 hours away to just go get food or Kenyan food. And it's not sustainable to buy Kenyan food all the time. You get what I mean? Yeah, and generally just the feeling, the vibe, it's also exhausting as a parent, because there's no help here. You really have to just do everything, you and your partner. Oh my God, it's just so much. But yeah, this is also part of the relocation journey that probably you will not see. But here we are. Here we are.
To my people all around the world, especially my African people that are trying to move to the United States or trying to do business in the United States, let me tell you things they don't tell you. Things they don't tell you about America. We all have to pay taxes, okay? When you work, the government automatically take money out of your paycheck, whether it's every week, every 2 week, monthly, they take money out of your taxes. If you are a business owner, you have to report the money you made by the end of the year. Okay. You will work. Every year, the retirement age, or every couple of years, it go up. You will work until 70 years old if you stay in this country, just to get a little bit of Social Security. And that Social Security is based on your income or the money you have made over the years of you working. Things they don't tell you also here in this country. The cost of living in the whole 50 states, it is hard. It's too much money to be paying. Sometimes your rent can be $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. I mean, that's just rent. That doesn't include water. That doesn't include gas, electricity, nothing, just rent. So you have people, majority of the people in this country, they work about 80 hours bi-weekly or sometimes 40 hours a week. 30 hours is considered full-time. So can you imagine you working 30 hours to 40 hours a week just to make money? And the money you do make, let's say about you make like $2,000 a month, right? Your monthly bills, your rent, you taking about $1,500, whatever your rent is, right? You taking that much money out. How much money are you going to be left with? This country is a business country. It is not built for people to survive, okay? Unless you're a millionaire. And another thing, you want to be in this country and have somebody by your side. You want to have a partner. If you think you can come in this country and work hard, most people are dying at their job. They are dying because they're overworking themselves just to have a better living. Don't let people lie to you. I would tell you the truth. Don't let nobody lie to y'all in this country. Majority of these people are killing themselves working over and over. And then at the end of the year, I know you guys heard about this income tax stuff. That is based on how much you made. And most people that make a lot of money, that get a lot of money back at the end of the year, which is income tax, those people like make less money during the year, or they have a lot of kids that they which are called dependents. They can claim those kids and be able to get money at the end of the year. Another thing they don't tell you, America does not give free health insurance out. Your health insurance is either you either get it from work or you get it to the government based on your what? Income. Everything is based on your income. So don't, whatever country you're coming from Africa, don't think America do not give anybody free insurance, free medical insurance. You can go to the hospital if you have an emergency, you go there. But at the end of the day, when you leave out of there a couple of weeks later or a couple of days later, and you don't have to, they don't, because they don't charge you right away when you go to the hospital. They will bill you, and you're responsible to pay that money. Or sometimes it might go on your credit report. They don't tell you, all you guys see is the good things here, the working here. Yes, job is here. You can work your ass off. This is why people come here. Once you step on this soil, you can work, whether you have paper or not. There's a lot of jobs that's under the table where you can work, okay? And even if you come here illegally, like they say, you can still marry somebody and then get your documents, and that's based on both of y'all, how you'll decide to do your thing, okay? But don't let people lie to you. If you want a better life, take it from me. If you want a better life for yourself, when you come to this country, work, and wherever country you come from, go back home, build your home and your family, and leave out of here. Or else, I have people that I work with, patients that I work with in a hospital, nursing home. These people are like 80s, 50s, 60 years old, and they're still working. Because they haven't made enough money to retire. And when they do retire and get a little bit of money, sometimes only $3,000 a month. You can't live in this country with $3,000, a month, monthly. And you have other bills to pay. And another thing they don't tell you, this whole buying a house and having a mortgage is like a big scam if you don't have family or children that when you're no longer here, you can give it to them or whatever like that. Because the mortgage, you have to pay taxes. Even if you pay for the house completely, nothing is free in this country. Even if you pay off that house, you got to pay taxes on that land, that soil that house is at. You can build a house from the ground. It doesn't matter. Once you pay, let's say if for instance your house is 300,000 and you are able to pay that 300,000 over the couple of years. They give you about 30 years, right? If you pay off before the 30 years, it doesn't matter. Like I said, you pay the next year, you still have to pay taxes on that soil. Nothing belongs to anybody in this country. Nothing. Even a car that you drive, you can buy the car cash. It doesn't matter. You still are required to have insurance on that car. If you go out without insurance on the car, the cops can either give you a ticket, or if you hit somebody's car, you're responsible to pay for that car. And sometimes the cops can take your car away for not having insurance if they stop you. They will keep it somewhere like a storage area where they keep the cars until you come back with your proof of insurance. Nobody own anything here. Is this what you want for yourself? I'm just saying, do you guys want this for yourself? And y'all that be in my inbox talking about, oh, go back to your country, go back to your country. We are all slave here, sweetheart. We are slave. It don't matter your complexion, where you from. It doesn't matter. We're all slave, and we're working till we die. And even if we do retire 70 years old or whatever age we retire, we still might not have enough money. Just think about it. This country is built on money. It's a business country. This is not a country where you can come and relax yourself. Your country back home in Africa, that's where you can relax. This country is way too expensive. And if you don't have nobody and you come here and work, you're going to end up dying, getting sick. Your boss that you're working for 10, 30 years, if something happened to you today, they will replace you the next day. Think about it.
But I sometimes feel like our family members and our friends or whomever can be very insensitive to us who are living in the diaspora. They believe because we're in America, UK, Canada, that we have money. You know, because we're living in America, we have dollars. And it can be true. Yes, our money, we do have quote unquote more money. Even though I'm as broke as you are. I'm just going to be honest. Me, I'm as broke as many Nigerians are. So let's just get that out the way. But I feel like because they feel like we live abroad, money grows on trees. The roads are made out of gold. You understand? So it's like they think, okay, we are obligated to help them whenever they ask us for. And if we now say no, we don't have, they'll now take offense to what we tell them as far as, okay, I don't have. Because when I don't have, I don't have. Why would I not want to help my family members? Why would I not want to help my friends? But me, myself, I'm struggling. You understand? So it's like, and I'm working 9 to 5. That's not easy. You know how much they take from taxes in our paycheck? So it's like, yes, I understand dollar may be stronger, pounds may be stronger compared to Naira or cedis or whatever. But at the end of the day, and I can't speak for everyone or you, but myself, I can speak for myself. I'm struggling. You understand? So I want people to really understand that just because we live in America does not mean we have money. Like, let's stop being insensitive to that fact, please. Like, understand that we're trying to do the best we can to help you guys. But if we say no, don't take offense to it. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to the entitlement thing, it's selective. Me personally, right? Why I say that is, like I came to America as an adult. I came here when I was 20, so I'd lived a full life, gone to college, everything, worked in the army. So I'd always given, right? I've always given, but people also knew where I came from. So if you knew me and I came to America and you called me and I told you straight up, uncle, auntie, me, I don't have. They would know I'm telling the truth because if I had it, like you said, who wouldn't want to help a family member, you know? But at the same time, you people too, when you're asking someone in America for money, just actually understand it doesn't go from trees.
So when you're very desperate, people can become very insensitive. They're not seeing it the way we're seeing it. You know, people are hungry. People are very hungry. So, like, they're trying to get it by any means possible. You understand? So, like, if you're hungry, it's like, like, I have eaten in 2 days, so I have no choice but to beg.
Wow, guys. As I told you from the beginning of this video, we always have that ideology that life in America or life in any Western country is always good, that you can enjoy and have that soft life you have always been dreaming of until you move there. You know, majority of the African people, they always believe that if you relocate to those countries, you'll be having a lot of money, you will be super rich. And even some of our relatives and friends back home, after you've relocated abroad, they'll always be calling you each and every time, hey Judy, send me money, I need money for doing this, my kid was sent away from school, they need school fee, like literally anything. My friend is sick, please send me this money. Even if you don't have, you know, that pressure you'll be feeling each and every time. But if you tell them that I really don't have money right now, they'll be like, no, Judy is trying to be selfish, she don't want just to send us money, but she's having it. That's the mentality and stereotype that most of the Africans are still having. But the good thing, majority of the African youths are now waking up and realizing that whatever we are being shown on the movies and news is not the reality, that life in Western countries is as good compared to life in African countries. Now I understand the reason as to why some of the people abroad really want to relocate back to Africa and even the Caribbean countries, because life there is too expensive. Talk of cultural shock. If it's your first time in that country, you know you have been used to life in your country. For instance, this lady who relocated abroad to reunite with her husband, she's been a Kenyan, she's been living good life, working, and now if you relocate there, you have to adapt to the system, and the system will have to round you off to -0. You will start from scratch. It's not that you are relocating there and you will start working immediately and enjoy life. No, you will have to struggle to get that penny. Life is not easy there. And if you are used to African foods, the processed foods in the Western countries, if you're not careful, you'll be so chubby. If you're someone who wants to be like a slimy person, you have to be careful of the food that you are eating, because the culture shock in abroad, it's so real. I've been to these Western countries and I know it's not easy. You have to adapt to the system so well. But people back at home will be like, oh, she's showing off. Like, I've heard of instances where the Africans who relocate abroad, especially in America, they always have that cultural misunderstanding and identity conflict. Like, many of the Africans struggle with the cultural assimilation, their accents, their dress, and even the customs may be misunderstood and even ridiculed. Some of the people were saying, I have friends in America, so some were complaining to me that, do you know what, back at home people are saying that right now I'm bragging that I'm having that American accent. And she told me that in America you have to speak using that accent for those people to understand you so well, because people will be like, no, I'm not understanding you, what are you speaking? If you're an American watching this video, I hope whatever I'm saying is true, because I've had several stories of such kind. And Africans will be saying that you are bragging. Until you relocate there is when you'll understand. And if you're in some of the European countries where their first language is not English, you'll be speaking broken English most of the time, because you have to speak the way they are speaking, or you have to use a different language for them to understand you better. That simple broken English, you have to use it for them to understand you better, because if you use just that pure English you have been using, the correct one, they'll be like, what are you speaking? I'm not understanding you. Can you speak so well? Or maybe you speak our language for me to understand you. And Wakio, for you to learn that foreign language, it will take time, especially if you're an adult who want to learn a foreign language. My friend, it will take you so long. And again, this issue of racism, if you have never experienced racism before, or maybe if it will be your first time experiencing it, it will sound so awkward. You'll find it so difficult to a point that you'll not be able to forget it. These are some of the struggles that the Black Americans have been experiencing for quite a long period of time. But when Africans relocate there, they always want to be allies of the people like this. So this racism, Black Americans have been experiencing it. For me, when I first went to one of the European countries, my first racism encounter was at the airport. That incident, I will never forget it, because it was my first time. It was the first time to be racially discriminated, because back at home, we have never experienced such kind of stuff. But Americans now have been experiencing each and every time, be it at the restaurants, at work, at school, like everywhere. But as Africans, if we move there, we want to discriminate the Black Americans themselves, who have been in the system, who know how the system works. And if you go outside, your skin color will automatically betray you. They will not know that you are an African. They will not consider you as a Black American. They will consider you as a Black person. So we better come together. If you go to that country, if you find people there, like they always say, if you go to Rome, always do what Romans are doing. Instead of going there and you want to be ally of people who will not be helping you at one point when you have a certain difficulty. So Africans, we really need to wake up. And those who have never moved to the Western countries, life is so difficult there. It's not the life that is being advertised on the news and in the movies. if you go there, you will see it by yourselves, because I really don't understand how majority of the interracial couples always make it in those Western countries, because it's so difficult. The students are complaining about racism in school. Those who relocated abroad to work, they are complaining about it. And you know, life abroad, you have to pay the bills. Maybe you're working paycheck to paycheck, you have to pay for everything. Unlike in Africa, where you have gardens, you have big gardens where you can grow your vegetables, you have a home, your own home, where you don't have to pay for the rent, for the mortgage every month. This is where life becomes so difficult. So those who are actually in Africa, who keep on complaining that those who are abroad are so stingy, they don't want to send them money, it's not that way. Life is so difficult there. Police brutality, some of the things that Black Americans have been experiencing there, it's so difficult. So guys, if you're an African in the Western country and watching this video, please, it's not easy. Just hang in there. And if you're an African who is wishing to relocate abroad, just have in mind that relocating there is like earning your first degree, you know. By saying this, I mean, if you move there, the hardship that you will be enduring each and every day, it will make you to be a strong person. It will be like earning your very first degree in life that you can survive alone. This is why I'm speaking that you have to earn your first degree there. You have to be a strong person. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I honestly appreciate it. Africans, we are waking up. Until next time, guys, see you on our next episode. Bye.